XRP correlated over to AMC. We've talked about it several times on the channel. XRP recently just had this major green candle, and I'm sure a lot of you heard about it. Especially if you're in Discord, you probably heard about it first. And then just following this up, Coinbase to relist Ripple XRP, as well as other platforms, including Gemini Crypto Exchange, considers relisting Ripple. Now, this all happened as the court case that XRP was involved in ended up ruling in their favor. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I want to point you over to this tweet by Dave Lauer and get into XRP, what's happening, how it correlates over to AMC, and why it could potentially be a controlled move and maybe even a bad thing, but also could be a very good thing. So without further ado, guys, we have a lot of stuff to go over with AMC, GameStop, the S&P 500, and crypto. So make sure to watch until the end of the video so you don't have to watch another update video here on YouTube. All I ask you guys to do is hit the like button. It's free. Hit the subscribe button. Turn post notifications on. Let's get into it. I'm struggling to understand this XRP decision. Maybe someone out there can clarify. According to the court, it was a security when sold in the primary market, but not when traded in the secondary market. How does that not extend to all securities traded in the secondary market? And you go down, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that finds this incoherent. In fact, there's a blog post talking about the entire thing and how this just might be one big scandal or controlled move. This is the big ol' Hulk dick that XRP made on the chart. And what you see in orange is AMC overlaid over XRP. Now this was an exactly 100% move on the dot, 100% move. Now if you don't think that's weird, then I don't know what you think is weird, okay? XRP had exactly to the T 100% move from where it was trading at to the peak that it got to, and now it's scaling down a little bit, down 5.34% on the day, trading at 77 cents. But if you take a look, correlation between AMC, XRP's chart, XRP moves, AMC moves, vice versa, and XRP just made the first move. Is AMC going to make this 100% move? Now, on top of the court case being a little bit fishy on how they ruled, I'm not saying it's a bad thing for XRP. It's definitely a good thing for XRP. But the timing of when it happened and when the lawsuit is going to go through and where AMC is trading at seems a little bit off and a little bit odd. Now, even if this thing had an identical move, up 100%, it would bring us up to about $8.80 or right around that $9 level. This would also be resistance here, 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 back here, and back here, back in January of 2021, that cycle that we played out into the June cycle. So basically one of the toughest resistance levels to break, that would be the price level AMC would scale up to if it follows how XRP is going to follow, which it's very likely that it will because the charts don't deter from each other, especially not on 100% moves. Now this is interesting because of course GameStop moves with AMC, so GameStop moves similarly with XRP, Ethereum Classic, so on and so forth. And in the orange is the move XRP just made, and this is the move, you literally can't make this up. This is the move that we've been tracking with GameStop. And now I think more than ever, it's going to play out the way we actually have it drawn out with GameStop. And we're getting that major move coming into mid to late August, at least. If not, then before that. On top of that, we recently just had that fake stock split news on GameStop, which would drastically move the stock one way or the other and have them, have a little bit of a cover up as to we're spreading this fake news that GameStop split or reverse split or did this or did that. So this drastic move is probably just being caused by that, right? So as much of a frenzy that they can keep controlled and not jumping in GameStop and AMC like happened back in January is what they're going to do here. Now, this is interesting. AMC's short interest came up to 28.03%, which is about the highest we've seen in any of the run-ups that we've had, at least what's reported to us. So this is probably well over 2, 3, 4, 500%, but what's reported is at 28%. And you might be saying lottery stocks, that's a much higher percentage, right? That's like a huge gap in between what you're saying and what's reported to us. But the reason I'm saying that is because GameStop's was reported at 40%, and back then it was actually 100 and something percent. Well, it was something crazy, like 150%. So the data that's being reported is very much so undervalued, right? It's not accurate at all. Utilization back up to 100%. So basically all shares are now lent out again, and the cost borrow average, max, and minimum are sitting all at 1.04K. So basically every single short in AMC is paying 10 times their position. 1.04 thousand cost to borrow just to borrow against the play. And AMC is still sitting on the threshold securities list as those fails to deliver stack up, as the short interest stack up, as we come to one of the most important catalysts that we have had in a while, and I think something is going to crack very, very soon. And you just saw that move with XRP, which is exactly why I think it's either a little fishy and they're trying to, do something in the background to be able to control the move that AMC and GameStop has, or B, something's about to break and it's a very, very good sign. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. As always, Charles Gasparino tweeting some FUD articles about some analysts giving AMC a 50-cent price target, which absolutely doesn't matter because we already know the sentiment on AMC. Now, before we touch on the S&P 500, I wanted to bring a play to your radar, ticker symbol RIOT. If you come over here, and this is just because we're talking about crypto, and I've had some talks with somebody about crypto and about how it might get a breakthrough very, very soon. Riot and Mara are stocks to look at. If you take a look at the trends for the money flows on Riot, you will see that we recently broke resistance and we have made a much stronger support right around this $14.50 level to $15 level. And we also have major support that we just bounced off of right around $18. And the next resistance isn't until about $24.50 to $25 over on the options chain. So Riot does seem like it has some more room to run, especially with how the S&P 500 is moving, but also the net inflows versus outflows. Riot is getting a lot more inflows now compared to outflows and getting some bullish bets over on the stock, as well as the open interest is looking decent. Not a lot of people are betting puts. Now we're about to jump into the S&P 500 and some additional stuff happening with banks to close out the video. But if you guys want all of the data that I basically just looked at for your own stocks, for your own plays, or when you do trade options, or essentially just enter a stock and a lot more, download Visual Sectors. The link is pinned in the top of comments and linked under the video as well. Thank you, Visual Sectors, for sponsoring today's video. Now, I can't believe I'm saying this, honestly. In July of 2023, the S&P 500 has hit 450, currently trading at 450.15, up 0.13% on the day, and the SPY is just gapping, fighting resistance, breaking resistance, building support, breaking resistance, and this thing is just climbing and climbing, and it has not stopped climbing. However, remember, there are major analysts who are saying sell at 455. A lot of people probably forgot about this. We made a video about it months ago where banks said, listen, it's going to come up to this level, 455, and this is when you let go. This is going to be the peak of 2023, and we are almost there. Do you guys still think that holds up? We do have a couple gap fills to the downside, right around 443 and then 423, so keep those gap fills in mind, and let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Are you guys playing the SPY? Now, Fed is losing tons of money in payouts to commercial banks on reverse repos and other programs. On top of that, JP Morgan Chase is announcing more layoffs, and Bank of America is freezing accounts in new scandals, so it doesn't seem like banks are doing too hot. Federal Reserve's Bullard to resign August 14th. Interestingly enough, if this correlates, if it doesn't, this correlates over to where AMC and GameStop might have their major move. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to get your 16 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, free Google stock, free Tesla stock, and a $100 cash coupon sent to your account by just using my link, downloading Moomoo, and making a deposit. That is linked in the description and pinned in the top of comments. Also, guys, pop in the Discord. The link is under the video. I'm in there on the daily. You will not regret it. I also drop my trades in there, and plus we have options trading alerts in there and more. I love you all. Lottery stocks out.